Hello, this is my video for my hydrogen fuel cell car that doesn't have the hydrogen fuel cell attached to it. I'll be running the car off of a single battery because when I created this car, which I'm going to be going over the different parts of the car, when I made the car I glued a lot of the things to the car. One of those things being the little pack for the battery, the AA battery, and I used Gorilla Glue, which yeah, that's pretty hard to get out, especially since the car I only used a thin piece of wood to make it, which if I were to apply any force to try and get that off, which I've tried, it would end up bending and possibly breaking. So I figured it would probably be better to not try and do that and break the entire car and have to start from scratch than, but yeah, as you can see, I decided to use the button to start the engine for the car, which somehow in turn makes the car move a lot faster because of how it's wired together, which I actually did not do intentionally. I only put on the button because I kind of wanted to. And for the gears I chose, there isn't any specific reason why I chose these gears in terms of how fast it would go or slow it would go. I just chose it because the gear I chose to put on the axle was about the same size as the wheel, or around the same size, and because of that I chose the other gear to just be smaller. That's probably not the greatest thing to do. I'm not really sure, but I ended up doing that. And in terms of the bottom of the car and the wheels, I used rubber bands as tires for the wheels to hopefully get it to have better traction. I glued these little plastic tube things on the bottom to hold the axles so they would actually spin. And the motor, it just sits right there. The thing that holds its tape to it, to the car, that's the one thing that is not glued on that I could actually remove. But yeah, the car that I made is very simplistic, very, very simplistic and bare bones. But I didn't really intend it to be very flashy. My entire idea behind the car was just to make one that really just moves at all. That was basically my entire idea behind the car. I wasn't really going for aesthetic with it, but yeah, I guess I should show the car now in action. So I'm not going to be measuring the speed of the car or anything, but I figured it would be best just to show or give an idea of how fast it can move. It would be better to actually show the car moving to not. So because the car turns slightly to the right when it moves, also because I don't want it to crash into the wall, I took precautions. I put pillows around the sides, just so it doesn't smash into the wall and break, because that's almost happened a couple of times. So yeah, that's basically it, and I'm now going to show the car. I'm going to put down the camera first so I can actually put in the battery. So as you can see, the battery's in. Click the button. It does not move. Okay, I did something wrong here. I think the battery I put in died. Oh wait. Okay, so I just realized that the second clip on for the battery that hooks onto the motor was gone. I don't know why. I did not realize that when I was recording the video, but now it's fine. Now I got the clip. The car should move when I put it in, so I'm gonna put down the camera again so I can actually get the battery in, because it's kind of hard to do it one-handed. So as you can see, the car still moves. I have not pushed the button yet. It still moves. Now to think about it, actually be a pretty good idea to show how fast it moves without me even pushing the button. So let's see. It's barely inching along. I forgot to give it a little push. Oh, there it's going. It's going. Barely. It's kind of tugging along over there, barely wanting to move, but it's moving. But when I actually push the button, it should go a lot faster. So I'm trying to set it up so it doesn't crash. All right. Is it crashing into the pillow? See the wheels moving really fast. It honestly looks like it's actually about to fall off. How fast it's making it move. Let me turn that off real quick. You know, the funny thing is now the car's not even moving. When I push the button, I turned it off, and now it's actually not moving. So sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. You know, sometimes it moves when it wants to, and sometimes it just stays still. So yeah, that is my car. Very simplistic design. I used the battery pack to have it move because I could not get the hydrogen fuel cells to get on it. It would take up a lot of space. So yeah, this is my car.